I have something to confess. I have sold off my Syfe portfolio. You folks know that I have been using Syfe for over 1 year, right? In fact, one of my highest viewed Syfe videos is the one I did 12 months ago, detailing out how Syfe was actually making losses. But like I mentioned before, you can't really blame Syfe for that because that is just the market, okay? The market having a negative return does not mean that Syfe is bad. But in today's episode, I have made a major decision, and that is to sell off a portion of my Syfe Wealth portfolio. To be more specific, I have liquidated my Syfe Select Custom portfolio as well as the Syfe Equity 100 portfolio. So I will have my Syfe REIT Plus remaining in the Syfe Wealth portfolio. And I'll give you the main reason, right? It's not that I don't trust Syfe anymore. It's really because for my Syfe Select Custom, which is mainly made out of the ETFs like S&P 500 and QQQ, it's kind of repetitive to my monthly dollar cost average investments through my other investment platforms like Endowers, Money Owl, and Syfe Trade, right? And if we talk about Syfe Equity 100, it's kind of similar. It will have a similar holdings to what I'm currently dollar cost average investing into monthly. Similar things like S&P 500, MSCI World Index, QQQ, for the exception that Syfe Equity 100 has China exposure or emerging markets exposure. Also, one more thing I felt is that 0.65% per annum of management fees for Syfe Wealth is kind of expensive, right? It's kind of above the market rate. I think the market is around 0.5% to 0.6% per annum. So I think for Syfe Wealth, 0.65% is kind of expensive. And since I can already do my own dollar cost average investments, I don't see a need for Syfe Wealth anymore. But still, I'm keeping my Syfe REIT Plus portfolio because I felt that that is a unique product that is exclusive to Syfe, because it will show you in the perception of Syfe what kind of REITs are they buying into. And I felt that this REIT Plus portfolio will be good to keep because I can also monitor how they actually invest, and then I can apply on my own investment portfolio as well. So let's break down the details in my Syfe Wealth walkthrough. Let's go. Alright folks, so this is my Syfe dashboard, and you can see this is my Diamond Hands portfolio, which is the Syfe Select Custom. Alright, and I created this on 11 October 2021, and I fully withdrawn it recently at 31st August 2022. The net portfolio return is actually a loss of $422. In fact, I invested 3,300 Singapore dollars, and my end return was $2,878. So that is actually like a 13% net realized loss. If you were curious about my Syfe Select Custom portfolio, this was what I invested previously at an equal percentage of 33.33% each. So I had the VWRA, which tracks like the world index. I have like the CSPX that tracks S&P 500, and I also have the Invesco QQQ that tracks the Nasdaq 100. Okay, so that's a tech exposure. And it's kind of unfortunate that I entered the market at the wrong time, because 11 October last year was like euphoria, right? Like everything was just going up, and then come in 2022, everything was just crashing down. So like I said previously, I liquidated this portfolio, not because I want to quit investing, but I want to focus my funds on things that are more cost effective. And I already have ETFs in my other kind of dollar cost average investments, so I don't see a need to replicate this portfolio on Syfe, and they will be collecting management fee of 0.65% every year. So I felt that it was not cost effective for me, and I needed to streamline these portfolios. So that is for my Diamond Hands Syfe Select Custom portfolio. My next one is the Honey Money Equity 100. So this is a Syfe Core Equity 100 portfolio. This was my first portfolio created on July 4th, 2021, and has been fully withdrawn on 31st August 2022. The net portfolio return is negative $140, but in actual fact, after I did the major rebalance, my invested amount is only 1,000 Singapore dollars. So my net withdrawal right now is around $903. That represents a loss of $97, which is close to 10% net realized loss. This was the period where I did the major rebalance and everything to $1,000 net invested, right? So that is what I did. And if you're curious about what the Equity 100 was invested in, it's in a few of the ETFs in relatively small percentages, like utilities, S&P equal weight, consumer staples, MSCI China even. So you do have China exposure, you do have healthcare and tech sector exposure, even small caps, okay, and emerging markets as well, but not forgetting your major indexes like your S&P 500 and your QQQ Nasdaq 100 ETFs, and even the Crane Shares China's ETF, right? That's KWEB. So all these ETFs have been sold on the date of 30th August 2022. That was my action date. And then my cash withdrawals was completed on the 31st of August. Will this age well? I don't know. September is known to be a really volatile month and things may go in either direction. In fact, we have so much volatility this year that it's very difficult to time the market. But what I'm keeping is my Honey Money REIT Plus portfolio, because I felt that this portfolio is unique in its own way, and I felt that the Singapore REITs market is still holding up quite well despite the global volatility in the market this year. And if you look at my update now, with my net invested amount being $1,000, it's currently at a net loss of around 44 Sing dollars. Because my current market value is around $956, right? And my invested amount is $1,000. And you can ignore this invested amount given by Syfe being negative, because it includes some of the referral bonuses paid by Syfe. So I have to redraw out the referral bonus every time when I receive them to make a fair apple-to-apple comparison. So if we look at Syfe REIT Plus, what is the composition? Mainly on Singapore listed REITs like your A-REIT. That's the largest holding at 11%. We have CICT, Capital Land Integrated Commercial Trust. We have Mapletree Industrial Trust and Mapletree Logistics Trust. And the newest Mapletree Pan Asia Commercial Trust. Previously is Mapletree Commercial Plus, and I think they integrated with another of their company, which is like the Mapletree North Asia Commercial Trust. So they kind of combine together. And these 5 REITs will give you more than 50% of the exposure already. Okay, and then if you add in some of the other names like Capital DC, Fraser's Logistics, Suntech, then you get the majority of the portfolio. So it's rather diversified in this case because most of them are Singapore listed REITs. They are really good fundamental REITs with strong sponsors that will give you consistent cash flows in dividends or distributions. So yes, here's my short update on Syfe Wealth. I do not have the Syfe Select Custom nor the Syfe Equity 100 anymore, but I'm keeping my Honey Money REIT Plus portfolio. So yes, that's my walkthrough of Syfe Wealth platform, but I need to let you know a message from the sponsor first. I want to ask you one simple question. Do you believe in Tesla? Because you have missed a free Apple share, free Microsoft share, and even free Google share in the previous Weibo campaigns. But do you know that Weibo has upped their game again? And this time round, they are giving you $130 worth of Tesla shares. You heard that right? It's $130 worth of TSLA shares. That is the record high. What you need to do is to deposit at least 2,000 Singapore dollars and make one buy order of US stock or ETF. Also, this time round, you have to complete an options trade, so you can buy a put or a call option for the short term, and at the same time maintaining your balance of 2,000 SGD by not making any withdrawal orders for 30 days. And you must be wondering why $130, right? Maybe it's related to the Tesla stock split recently from 1 stock into 3 stocks. So hurry up and sign up for a Weibo account using my referral link down below. But what about my Syfe Trade? Because you know that I have also been an avid user of Syfe Trade since the earlier part of this year, right? I love Syfe Trade because it offers me 2 free trades every month after the promotional period, and I use it as part of my dollar cost average exercise every month. So my usage of Syfe Trade is quite simple because they offer 2 free trades every month, right? Every month I will just utilize their 2 free trades to buy into the QQQM ETF that tracks the Nasdaq 100 index. And my dollar cost amount every month will be 1,000 Singapore dollars. That can be converted to 720 US dollars. So if we split it to 2 orders, that is 360 USD per order. But if you're really new to Syfe Trade platform, then let me help you to show you how you can dollar cost average automatically using Syfe Trade. Let's go. Alright folks, so this is my Syfe Trade mobile app, and you can see that my investment right now has a net USD value of $3,100 with a buying power of $82. So I just want to give you a quick rundown of how the Syfe Trade mobile app looks like. On top, you can see some daily top movers, what has fallen, what are the biggest moves, and some of them are in your watch list, right? So you can track the market, the major indexes like Nasdaq, S&P, Dow Jones. But I think what you came for is for my portfolio, right? Because you're capable of how much money am I invested in Syfe. Now you see my holdings in Syfe are mainly in 2 of these stickers. One of it is Google, which I started Syfe Trade with, and I kind of give up stock picking, right? Because I felt that I really suck at stock picking, and that's why in recent months I switched over to investing in the index ETF, which is QQQM, right? This tracks the Nasdaq 100 ETF and is a brother to the QQQ, so it has a much lower expense ratio. So that's why it's preferred for me. And so far, I have been dollar cost averaging into the QQQM ETF. If you look at the history, I do dollar cost average every month automatically. Previously, it was not automatic because they do not have this automatic buy function until early August, I believe. So I had to manually execute these trades. I do 2 trades per month, and each order is around $360 now. Okay, 360 is in US dollars, so 2 of it will be 720 US dollars, and that will be equivalent to 1,000 Singapore dollars. Previously, I was dollar cost averaging much smaller amounts because I wasn't confident of Syfe Trade back then, like whether I'm used to it. But now I'm quite used to it, and it has really very good functions like automatic recurring buy and automatic transfers from the bank. So I think that works out for me. I don't have to touch it too much. But if you look at my security, my average price for QQQM right now is at $126, and right now the market value I think is around $121 as shown on the screen here. So right now it's a net loss position. It's an unrealized net loss of $57. Not good, definitely, but if you are buying in the bear market and accumulating over the long term, I don't think it's an issue because it's an index fund. Whereas for my alphabet, which is Google, okay, it's not so fortunate because once I buy in, it just dropped, okay, and I started buying in at the start of the year. So you can imagine like how much of the market has fallen. That is how much Google has fallen, because Google has also quite a big component in both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 index. So it's just keep falling, right? Like even though I just invested very small amounts like $100, $200 every month, up to $400 every month, it just keeps falling. And right now it's a net loss position of $353 unrealized loss. Okay, that's why I don't think stock picking is for everyone. Stock picking may be for you, you may make big money, but stock picking is definitely not for me. That's why I just moved to index funds investing, QQQM. And if you're curious of how I do my recurring buy, you can look over here, because I do have executed my recurring buys every month 2 times. One on the 7th, one on the 23rd calendar day. Each one being $360. Both of these add up to $720 USD, which is equivalent to 1000 SGD. So that will be part of my 1000 SGD investing strategy monthly, and Syfe is just one of the platforms, right? I do have like other platforms. So if you are curious to use Syfe, you can set up a new recurring buy here and then do some automatic bank transfers through Gyro, right? I think you can do that quite easily. And if you haven't signed up for Syfe Trade yet, right, do remember to use my promo code, because you get some cash sign up bonuses as well. This is similar to your other brokers, right? Just get the free cash first, then you decide where you want to put your money next, because free money is free money, and free money is 100% return. With that, help me comment a thank you if this Syfe walkthrough has helped you in any way. Alright, so you have seen both my Syfe Wealth and my Syfe Trade walkthrough, and I have sold a significant portion of my Syfe Wealth portfolio. But that's not to say that I'm giving up on investing, right? I'm just reallocating my funds because I felt that the fees and the cost isn't worth it in the long term. But I still feel that Syfe Trade is a very good product that everyone should make use of, even if they didn't pay me for this episode. But if you want to learn of the larger picture of what I really do invest in every month regularly through dollar cost average, then I recommend you to watch this video, because I will detail out what kind of investments am I focusing my funds to, so that it can help you make a better financial decision.